Okay, in this one we are going to be rotating the object to 270 degrees clockwise. So let's see how this works. We have our object, we have our point, and let's go to the rotation of it. Takes a little while for capture this piece here, but nevertheless we'll get that done. So let's rotate it about 270 degrees, and let's say that is there 270 degrees clockwise, and there we go. That's the object now which we have. So we're going to cut this out now, and we're going to transfer this to paint, where we can work it both algebraically using rotation of matrices. Okay, so let us transfer that now, and then we are going to be having our information right there. Okay, so there we go, and we have our image here. Let me scroll down a little bit, and we're going to have that. So our object was again the same points. Then put those values there, and they were -8 and 2, -5 and 2, -8 and 8. And so when we worked it out, we ended up with -8 and -8. For C was -2 and -5, and for A prime, I mean these are all prime, sorry about that, which was -2 and -8. Our matrix for rotating 270 degrees clockwise is as follows: 0, 1, -1, 0, and that will be multiplied with any point or points, and that should yield the -y x. Okay, so let's see how this works out. We're going to have our point here now, A, which was -8. Oops, let me fix this up. Not this way. I have here A, B, C, -8 and 2, -8 and 8, -5 and 2. Those are our points. They put in the matrix. Yeah, let me move this out a little bit this side, and let me put in the matrix by which we will be multiplying this rotation, which is 0, -1, 1 and 0, and that will yield, now let's put here A prime. Let me use this one here. So row times column, that's 0 times -8 plus -1 times 2, -1 times 2, row times column, that's 1 times -8, 0 times 2, and then we have B. Let me put this a different color. Row times column, that's 0 times -8 plus -1 times -1 times 8, row times column, that's 1 times -8, 1 times -8 plus 0 times 8. Then C, I put it here, row times column, that is going to give us 0 times -5 plus -1 times 2, and then row times column, that is going to give us 1 times -5 plus 0 times 2, 0 times 2, and there we close it off. And so anything that is being multiplied by 0 is always 0, so we can scratch this out from our equation. And so we are left with -1 times 2, that will give us -2. 1 times -8, that's -8. -1 times +8, that's -8. 1 times -8, that's -8. -1 times 2, that's -2. 1 times -5, that's -5. So this is A prime, B prime, and C prime. As you can see, we get -2, -8, -2, -8, -8, -8, -2, -5. So in summary, we can say that for such point, what we actually do is that we just interchange them, but we make the new x the negative of it. That's all. That is for rotation of 270 degrees clockwise.